to sort of, you like to have a bit of a joke around, and like, when was the, like, have you always been like that? Like the earliest memories, like being sort of like a comedian? It's like, sort of your teaching style, you sort of crack a few jokes. I think
it's Australian in general, we're sarcastic. I think you have to be careful in the martial arts. Some people goof around too much, and I'm probably that end, but some people take it way too serious, you know, and I believe there's a time when you should stand up straight and be quiet and pay attention, but then at the same time, some people get too like LARPy or Dungeons and Dragons, and they just take it themselves way too serious, and that's kind of what's always just I reminded myself, like, look, just, you know, there's bigger things in life than this, and, you know, so just always, like, most of the jokes are at my own expense kind of thing, so I never ridicule anyone else, but that's what I think, just in general, I see, especially where I come from, a lot of, but not all, you know, the traditional martial arts, they take themselves way too seriously.
Yeah, it's like, you know, real fight and this and that and street, it's like, yeah, because when you go to train, like, you don't want to be fighting for your life every time you roll. You're rolling like almost every day, and it's like, you don't want to be like, sometimes you just want to have a fun roll.
Training, if you ask me, like, this is like, the training should be like going to the beach. That's my thing. Like, I look forward to going to the beach. I can't wait to get there. Sometimes I get dumped. Sometimes I get a head full of sand, but I go home and I'm glad I went to the beach, you know, and that's what training should be. That doesn't mean it has to always be, you know, rainbows and that, but it can be hard, but, you know, the environment should be one that you look forward to going to for you get, you know, there's something that you find pleasurable there.
Yeah, well, it's like grappling or like fighting is like one of the hardest things you're going to do in your everyday life as just a normal citizen, just a personal, you know, just a normal person. Yeah, fighting, going to a martial arts club and fighting, you're not going to be doing anything much more intense than that in your general life generally. So it's like, if you're too serious and you're just not having fun, then it's like, well, sort of what's the point? Why are you putting yourself through that, all the suffering, without having a bit of a laugh sometimes, you know?
Yeah, taking yourself too serious, the logical conclusion of that is like the no touch knockouts and stuff. That's where it starts. You take yourself too seriously, and then you can beat 10 of your students, and then you can beat them without touching them, and then that's how these things
human nature. Your students don't want to show you up, so they're like, oh, okay. You know, like when people are ooking for you and they're like, oh, well, how should I react, rather than just being there and just sitting around. Yeah, because like comedy is important. They're like, and people say, oh, you know, that's a bit harsh to say, but it's like, in the darkest times, comedy is used to deflate situations and make people happy and not take themselves too serious. Like, especially with all the ethnics that like came to Australia, and they used to joke around with each other left, right and centre. They used to be called all sorts of names and dish it back and forth, and it's like a whole, but without that like comedy aspect of it, like basically giving someone shit, which is sort of like an Australian tradition, like being sarcastic, giving people shit, like that's so important for the psychology of the people, you know. It helps you get through all the negativity, you know, and I think we take that a little bit too much for granted these days, and like people are too sensitive and, you know, want to censor everything, where it's like, if you actually care about people's mental health, you probably maybe should take it less seriously and allow some of these jokes to happen. Otherwise it festers and things actually become hateful, you know, and like there's sort of a pressure release for hate. I don't know if that...
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Like, that's why I pick on my blue belts. Like, they know me. If I pick on a white belt, they might think, hey, this guy's just an a-hole or a jerk. But the blue belts know I'm only joking, but they know I hate them also.
Yeah, because I saw something on Facebook, you were doing milk crate combatives a while back. That looked like fun during the kids' class.
The Optimus Prime with the suit of armour out of milk crates, yeah.
And they were throwing balls at you, and yeah.
That was not long after the attack in Melbourne. They held the guy down with the milk crate. We do like Carly's, like a lot of improvised weapons, but yeah. No, the kids love to beat me up, yeah. Yeah,
well, there's another dude that was using a shopping trolley to kick away the knife guy. It's like, yeah, of course, that's self-defense, that's jiu-jitsu, that's what you're supposed to do.